Hello, everybody. We are unmuted. Welcome back to the Fusewrights Union, Episode 3, Part 2. So, we're having a flashback to all four of you meeting with Hutton. Now, all of my notes on Hutton are on my phone, which is not here.
Oh, here it is.
You want to bring
That's
it to me?
not helpful.
Send it through the internet.
Okay, she's gonna, my lovely wife will bring me my phone, which has all my notes. Meanwhile,
the illusion will be broken.
What would Grine know if bringing Ulf to this meeting would be a horrible idea?
It wouldn't be a horrible idea.
Would it be more tense than if we just went ourselves?
Yes.
Let's not bring.
Probably not bring him.
Okay. So here we go. Hutton is a man who's like in his late 40s. He was a soldier in the war. Like Zaid, he was just at the rank where he wasn't arrested. He's in his early 40s. I think I might have said late. He's in his early 40s. Salt and pepper hair and trimmed beard. He has a limp and he wears an eye patch.
Is he missing an eye?
You can ask him that. I don't think you know that inherently.
That's a character question. That's fine.
That's fair. And he always wears a Scovlandic leather vest, like a nice vest that he always wears. That's like real, authentic Scovland leather. And he keeps his hatchet with him. But are you meeting with him just like on his turf, or where do you think you want to meet with him?
I mean, I would have sent word that we need to have a sit down.
All right, and yeah, you do work for him all the time. He'd be aware that this is like not just you. Otherwise, he'd be surprised. So he meets with you. He has with him. I think he has with him more for the others than for you, Grine. Two of the grinders are with him. They both look like. I think they're both kind of keeping their appearance covered with like almost a black tarp-like poncho, basically keeping their appearance covered. They both look very like very physically fit, very large, and they're keeping their face and any covered skin is hidden, but they're there in the background. And he welcomes all of you. You sit down in his place. The grinders, let me check what they've got. Turf. You're meeting them probably, an abandoned docks warehouse is their headquarters. So I think you'd meet them in there. Probably in Hutton's office. So, yeah, he greets you and he says, "Brian, I hope things are going well for all of you. My name is Hutton. I don't think I've met each and every one of you before, but I've certainly heard of you. What can I help you with today?"
We have a friend with a problem. Seems that there's a certain tavern in town here that's harboring some. Well, there are people that don't look favorably of their presence in the city. And it seems that the bartender there, even though he's been notable in the area, is looking the other way. And we are looking to fix this. Now, ostensibly, this is your territory, so of course I come to you, letting you know and seeking your permission. But something tells me you may want to perhaps change a couple minds yourself.
Did Ulf put you up to
Smile
this?
at him.
He's been bugging me about that. Freaking tavern.
I can't say he's not involved, but this is a a move that the Fusewright Union feels is necessary.
Unlike you, and unlike Ulf, I work for... I don't work for this city. I work for this people, but my plans involved more than just a tavern, and I can't just help you with this. If you're looking for my permission, go ahead. But I think all you're going to do is bring more consequences in the long term.
Well, and I'm sure my friends here could speak to this better than I, but having this presence in Char Hollow, bad for business all around, bad for your people.
Hicks raises his hand during the meeting to get.
Yes.
Brian just looks at you
like, with a hand.
and I stand up. After I'm called upon, I stand up and introduce myself. Say, I'm Mr. Keel. I am
a
founding member of the Fusewrights Union.
And I think he just says, "This isn't a classroom, kid. Say what you want."
You speak of lessening the consequences to you and your organization. You know who doesn't create consequences? The beaten and the broken. Now, we are asking is for you to assist with the beating and the breaking of such a man. What we were not asking for is for you to cede control of said bar to us. We leave to you, in the wake of the beating and the breaking of those that keep Scopelanders down, an empty establishment at which you could set up a legitimate business to decrease the amount of, well, let's call it heat, on you and your organization. I'm trying to just pitch that he gets the bar.
Okay.
I would also like to add.
Okay.
I am in full Phoenix getup because.
Just imagine Batman at a meeting. Yes, totally makes sense.
It would also show the people a Char
It's a normal meeting, and then out of the corner is Batman.
No, he's sat down at the table with everyone. He's just like
with a legal pad and a pen. Like,
yeah. The people of Char Hollow would like to see all of the people of Char Hollow come together to take down the outside forces that would keep the proletariat down. And that is what all of us would do together. I know that that honor is a big thing among yourself and myself, as I show one of my Scotland like soldier tattoos to him,
but
just
not
be
the
like, "Yo,
specific
dude."
One, just like I was a soldier, but you don't know where or what kind. Okay.
Yeah, just like a generic soldier tattoo. I'm giving him just a hint of info to keep him interested.
Okay.
Our fight is not over.
So dramatic.
All right.
This character is like the biggest drama lord.
That's great. Okay, so you're helping with Hicks's role.
Yeah.
Unless you want to make this teamwork with the three of you, and 4 if Adric speaks up too.
I think Grind's like looking at Adric sort of expectantly, like, you're a Gov noble. Like, say something.
And I'll speak up just along the lines of, you know who I am. I want what these guys want. And then
Nice.
Me too.
Okay, so then I think this would be teamwork for Sway.
I can
see consort actually. Or are you guys doing consent? Like it's everyone has to be the same one.
Oh,
Sway.
Does everyone have to be the same?
Yeah, well, for a teamwork action,
it does. I would vote for Sway also because I have one dot in it.
I'm no use with either, but I'll help.
Okay, so in that case,
Yeah,
I
I'll
think
go.
you're already
I'm not
outvoted.
taking the stress, so I'll go with whatever the guy taking the stress says.
Yeah,
That's
sway
fine.
makes sense. I mean,
All right,
we're
I'm
trying to
taking.
convince him of a deal.
I'm taking
Mhm.
the stress. I'm swaying.
Okay, so I have a devil's bargain for like each of you, if
Oh.
you want it. Hicks, your devil's bargain, I think this one will be starting the clock with Jade Eyes. He's gonna hear like you were doing some stuff here, making deals, and it wasn't to do with this. This will be. They find out. 1 tick on that clock.
No, I'm good.
Adric, I think it's still going to be 1 tick on the whole Mercy thing. It's going to be more talk about a Skov noble, more talk about some kind of important person talking to Hutton around here. You can think on it.
Yes.
I have a devil's bargain idea for myself.
Oh,
We start a clock that people find out who the Phoenix
that's
is.
exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay, I'm going to start an 8 clock. No, I'll start a 6 clock for everyone to find. This would just be like, it becomes common knowledge.
What alter ego?
Yeah.
Oh, Bruce Wayne.
What's your real name? The Phoenix. And it's not a lie.
Exactly.
They died that night.
So yeah,
I was born from the
you
ashes.
take that. I'll put a clock on.
Yeah.
Tick on it. Grine. Oh, Hutton wouldn't expose your stuff with art con, though he does know it. Grine, I'm having trouble thinking of one.
I sort of have one, but it's conditional, which is weird. Like,
Okay.
if this goes poorly, I could need to find another vice.
Well,
But that's conditional on it going poorly, so it doesn't
Yeah,
have
too
to happen,
strong
which
with
isn't
that.
really a
Yeah.
devil's bargain.
Yeah, double bargain that
Correct.
has to happen. It's
Yeah,
a side.
devil's bargain happens no matter what.
Or maybe temporarily I
think
need to find another vice because
For
Hutton's
your
just
devil's
not
bargain,
too thrilled with it.
another +1
Yeah.
heat,
temporarily.
because the more people you talk to, the more potential that people will know what happened.
Plus
How
one
many plus
heat.
one heats is that? That's
That's
two?
the second.
That'd be
plus
2
one. That's the second
total.
one.
Yeah.
But +1 heat makes
I'm-
sense.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah.
We don't have a lot of
It
heat right
is
now
up to
anyway.
grind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
What is our heat at right
2
Two.
or 3, sorry.
3?
But we haven't got the heat from the bar fight yet, so
Yeah.
We could make guesses on how much heat we'll get for it.
it's just up to you. Is it worth the heat for you to?
Oh, I have no
The
dots
question
in
there
sway,
is how
so
much stress do you have room to take? Like, if we roll poorly, how badly is it going to
Worst
affect?
case scenario is 3 stress, right?
At worst case, it's 1 stress per failure, so you'll take.
4.
Worst case is 4, but
Worst
yeah.
case is 4 stress. That won't trauma me
Well,
out.
the worst case will be 4
Okay.
stress and the terrible things that happen on a failure.
yeah.
Statistically unlikely, but 4
Right.
stress will not
But it's
trauma me out.
happened before.
If
It
we're
did.
worried about heat, I'm gonna guess it's either going to be 4 or 2, because we contained it in the bar, but it is a loud and
far.
chaotic bar fight. Yeah, I'm guessing 2 to 4 heat for this job
Unless someone
before
that put
additional.
us at 7 max.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm making it 8 after you do this thing.
Out of 10.
I say we
Um,
just roll. I say we just
Yeah,
roll.
I'm just gonna roll it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody
and
make your
I'm just going to roll
rolls.
it too. I won't take the devil's.
It'll
I
be
took
all be the
mine.
same for the position here. I think will be controlled. Hutton is not only your friend, but also inclined towards a lot of your philosophies. And effect though will be limited by default. You're offering him some turf.
Yeah, that's why.
What is it that? I guess my
saying,
question is, what is it that you're asking him to help you with? You want him to lend you a gang?
goons.
Like I wasn't thinking actually grinder goons. I was thinking resistance goons.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's why I
He is influenced in both. It's just the grinders are individually more tough.
What do you mean resistance goons?
Scovland resistant.
Like we would get some
Some had
goons from
been
him,
seated in the
or
crowd.
Yeah,
For
like
the
or
job.
he'd send some.
Temporarily.
He'd send
oh,
some
okay,
people our way. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not
Okay.
permanent goons.
yeah, just goons for the job.
Yeah.
Having seated the crowd earlier, or
I don't
Or
think it'd
just
even seat the
waiting
crowd.
out
It'd be-
back.
Yeah, they come in now.
For a
They
signal?
don't come in the front because it's locked, and so they try, but they enter
Yeah.
in the back. With the,
Ulf and his boys come in the
lack of
front,
a
and then
door.
the grinders come in the back.
Yeah, I
well,
think so.
resistance.
resistance. But yes, okay. You want to do that?
That
Okay.
sounds like a plan.
Okay. Then I think he does he want this? You have to convince him, but I don't think it's impossible. So sure, it'll
Standard.
be standard.
Cool. So risky. You said controlled.
stand.
Controlled
Standard.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
All going out.
Yep.
I got a 2.
Got a 4. Okay.
I got a 6
6.
There's a 6. Big
Okay.
6.
because I already know what the clock after everyone knows who the Phoenix is going to be.
Okay, so
That's why I'm
So
taking
I
that
take
clock.
3 stress as 3 of us moment, but we get the 1 that's all that matters.
you take 2 stress.
I don't think.
2.
Yeah,
it's only 2.
2 of us bumped
You
it.
only a 4 like your
Well,
own,
the 4 counts as a success,
the
right?
4 doesn't give
Yeah.
you stress.
Oh, cool. So I only take 2
So you
stress.
only
You
take
take
2.
2 stress. Yeah.
Yep.
And then you got a 6.
Sick.
So he's like
No consequences.
I think he finally says, I'll ask around quietly and see if there are any volunteers. I'm not going to make anyone do this, but I'll see if some people want to help. I'll tell them when and where. All right?
We would never exploit anyone's labor.
Don't mind him. He's a bit of a fanatic. Uh,
Yeah, I know. Go on.
Yeah, and then
I'm sure
I
you-
reach in my
Hmm?
I reach in my pocket and I pull out a flyer for the trivia night. Just like, make sure they're there before the prizes are handed out.
Nice. And I think the flashback grind, but before we see them enter, because they do now, we wanted to do. I think some of our harms got done before resistances, or we had so much happening that everyone who has taken harm, are they done resisting it? I think Adric had a
Yes.
couple that we passed.
I kind of got elbowed in the ribs and then we moved on. And I'm just going to kind of retroactively, yes, armor plating on that heavy armor and take a whole bunch more.
Okay, are you resisting it as well, or just using the armor to reduce it to 2?
No, I'm just going to use the armor there.
Okay, cool.
You're down to level 2 harm as opposed to 3.
As opposed to utterly useless.
Yes.
So I think Grind, you grab the table as before the flashback happened, and then a bunch of, I think a bunch of like Skovlanders, with blunt instruments like bats and clubs, nothing sharp.
Random wooden things.
Random like improvised weapons, and many of them have their like faces covered and like they're keeping their identities hidden. Like just storm in there. Probably about like 5 or 6 of them. Like it's not a ton, but it's still enough to turn the tide. And they start fighting, and I think I'm gonna roll a die of fate here to see not how well they do. I'm gonna see like this affects the fight. On 1 to 3, they go for the Leviathan Hunters. Otherwise, they will go for... Nope, they're going for the others.
Going for the college kids.
I mean, they're not stupid.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
gonna... These are regular people, so they're fighting the regular people.
Yeah.
So I'm taking
As
2
long
on the other crowd driven out right now. Both of them are almost done.
Yeah, as long as we can take a couple boxes, that's all we need them
Yes.
for, is just to spread out the pain.
Grind.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
That was a flashback. I think that's good as your action. Or do you want to
Yeah,
do something?
that's.
Okay.
I mean, I can do something if no one else has anything, but that's
I
fine.
I would
I'm
like
curious to know what's up with Ulf.
Ulf is I don't think you can hear what he's saying, but he is like just he's intimidatingly talking to the barkeeper, like while he's still just holding him off of the air with one hand. He's very, very big and very strong, and you just see the bartender's like going white, like he's terrified of him. And he's just almost monologuing to him, holding his hammer in the other hand, and everyone is just leaving them alone. Even the
Remember,
Leviathans.
the point of this job is to rob everyone blind. We don't care what he does.
I just want to make sure he's not killing him. That's all I care about. Like, if he knocks him out, cool.
Okay.
Like, can I flash back to like meeting with Ulf, or like it back to the alley with Ulf?
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So, you want to try and make sure he's not going to kill anyone?
Yeah, just make sure, like, no bodies. Body counts are not good for the press or the people. We teach them a lesson.
He said, I think Ulf says, what does he say? He looks at you, Phoenix, and he says, some people don't learn in any other way except blood.
But not in our house. We don't shit where we eat, Ulf.
I think he just nods, but he nods either way.
Yeah. I don't know for sure, but
I don't think you're, I don't think you're commanding him.
No, I'm more trying to.
Him.
I would like to sway him to my side, please.
Yeah, okay, sway him.
Yeah, I just want to be like
this out that Hicks would be there too if this is in the alley. Our face guy.
If this is right behind, if this is right before that, Hicks can help.
Okay. In that alley, yeah.
Yeah.
If you wanted to help me, I don't want to help you.
Okay.
For stress reasons, I don't want to help you with this plan.
I will help you if we can. It's my flashback, but I'm like helping you
do that, yeah.
And not to kill people because I'm not the most swaying guy. I have one dot in it just because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to give me, if you want to take the one stress to help me, I can.
Yeah. Okay. It's a one stress flashback, is how it's looking like.
Yeah. That's puts me at 6 stress, so I will never overindulge when I do it.
Congratulations. Okay, so
and then is this a 1 stress flashback? Also?
It's a 1 stress flashback. Yes. Hicks,
okay.
What are you?
So then that puts me at 7.
What do you say to Ulf?
So I hear the Phoenix give a speech about like, oh, it's not good for the press, and it's not good for that. I say, big man, the like something along the lines of like, basically the argument is like we don't know who's a working man and who is just like taking advantage of them. Appeal to the argument of like we're beating up everyone, but that also means we shouldn't kill them.
Okay.
That's the gist of it. It's like, yeah, we hit them hard, we hit them fast, we don't figure out who's who till after the fight, but that also means we can't.
That's fair.
Yeah, this will separate the people who are just grifting and the people who actually just believe it, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
My
argument is based on we don't want to kill someone by accident, but we're gonna hit everyone, and everyone in the bar is gonna know never to come back.
That's fair. This will be controlled because you're just talking to him before anything's going on. This will be limited effect because you're trying to convince him not to kill someone.
That's fine.
Do you want a devil's bargain, or do you want to push yourself for greater effect?
Good.
He's got 3 dice.
I got 3 dice. I got 4.
A 4. Limited effect. Okay. So I think when you say that, you don't know what he doesn't actually confirm that he won't kill anyone. What he does is, I mean, you got a 4, so he's not going to like just start killing people left, right, and center. But he looks at you and he says, "Don't ever tell me what to do again, Akarosi." And he turns around and then he goes to front to start kicking down the door before there's any response.
Okay.
And now present day, you see like, I think something that the barkeep said that Kellen, something says like, you see Ulf just get suddenly very angry, like, and then he just like, I think he just holds him. He's not going to beat him with his hammer. I think he's holding his hammer still and punching him with his fist that's holding the hammer, and just like starts punching him over and over and over and over. Zaid, you see him punch him. Kellen might die. I would literally roll a die of fate to see if he accidentally kills Kellen.
I would like to perhaps people are leaving them alone, but I assume it's a crowded bar fight. They're just not fighting them. They're fighting near them. So I'd like to take a bottle, throw it just enough to catch Ulf's attention, to snap him out of it for a second, but also enough to hit one of the people that's fighting by him, right?
Okay.
There's a double thing.
Oh, okay.
It's to knock him out of it, but it's not I'm hitting him with the bottle, I'm hitting someone very close to him with a bottle.
Okay. If your intent is to stop this, then I don't think it will affect the fight. But yes, you can make sure he won't kill anyone if you'd like to.
Can I do that with Hunt?
I think you can in this case.
Yes.
I think by default this might be limited effect because it might just blend into the background of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a Devil's Bargain or do you want to push yourself for...
Well, what's the position?
Position, still you're in the fight, you're behind the bar, risky.
I would push it desperate to go standard.
Okay, so I think what this would look like, it would still be Hunt, but I think you probably have to stand on the bar table to get a good shot.
Yeah. He's so big, I'd have to hit someone behind him.
Yeah, and you're making yourself a target in doing that.
Yeah.
Okay,
desperate. That
standard.
makes it standard. What's a Devil's Bargain?
I don't think well, I think I'm gonna tick a box and everyone knows who the Phoenix is again, in terms of Ulf. You kind of gain Ulf's attention. Yeah, he's gonna start trying to find out who you are and who this person is.
Yeah. I'm down with that.
Okay.
Can I use that to up my effect?
No. Devil's Bargain, you can push yourself for greater effect. Devil's Bargains can only be used for extra dice. Do you want to take that back?
No, I'll take the extra die. I can't push myself.
Okay.
So I'll take the bonus die.
All right.
Bing!
Nice. So with a 6, he snaps out of it. You hit someone. They get dazed from it because it's it's cartoonish. In real life, you would kill someone with a bottle smashing over their head.
Yeah.
But they are dazed from that. Ulf Ironborn is looks around quickly, sees him. He doesn't look guilty or regretful of this. He sees this guy, sees you. He's still very angry. He just throws Kellen to the floor, and I think Kellen is already out. He doesn't even need to knock him out. And he just joins the fight. He just starts fighting the others.
Can we get how much? Because we got
I'm gonna roll for him.
Dude, participating now.
Yep. Let's see how much he does.
Man.
Watch him roll a 1.
You got a 6.
Yay!
So, he's taking on the toughest people here. He takes out the rest of the Leviathan Hunters now that he joins the fight.
Oh yeah.
So
I think someone go punch a nerd quick. We gotta finish this.
Yeah. I think what happens is he actually turns around. He sees the one the one that Adric intimidated standing by the door trying to open it, and he just goes to smash him with his hammer. The guy dodges and he just smashes the door open, and then the Leviathan Hunters start fleeing out. Assuming that the door with that glue can still be smashed open.
Yeah,
the other side, yeah.
Okay, then yeah, that's exactly what happens. Wolf smashes the door open, it's broken, it's in splinters.
Yeah, but the handle is still attached to the spot where the handle would go. There's just no door surrounding it anymore.
Yeah, and then that Leviathan Hunter starts fleeing, everyone else starts fleeing. All of the Leviathan Hunters, they start heading. They're in a group. They're still doing a controlled retreat, but they're getting out of there and they're done. And all that's left you see is a few of Ulf's people are still fist fighting with the crowd, and they're outnumbered, but they're kind of lost and drunk and not even realizing that they've basically lost. But they can still be kind of dangerous. There's still a fair amount of them here.
Have the Scotland people come in yet?
Yes, they have, and they are. I already rolled. They mostly fought that crowd, right. So they're already helping out.
Right.
I think we're back to Adric to finish it off.
I think that is correct.
Yeah.
I will
Stab a nerd.
head back to block the door.
I consider them more jocks.
Do we
I don't
want the
know.
door? Do we want the door blocked at this point? There's
We
just
don't want them getting out if we're going to loot their pockets. The intention
True.
of this job is coin. We couldn't take the Leviathan hunters. That's not pockets we want to try and loot. The rest of them,
They
yes,
also are
they don't
very
get
poor.
to leave.
Yeah,
Leviathan
Leviathan
hunters?
hunters might be very poor.
Individually, I don't think. Yeah, it's more their.
They're not a
prowess.
fairly paid profession.
Unless
We
you're-
should
And they-
unionize.
That would be great, and that would bring this entire city to its knees. Yeah, okay.
Oh, lovely. Anyhow, I'm going to make my way to the door, and basically, I guess, if there are any tables that aren't floating or smashed around said door, I'm going to basically try and stand on one and basically yell, like, put your weapons down, it's over.
Nice. All right. Roll command. Everyone here has seen you do violence because you started the violence. So you have prowess. Fights almost. I think this is great effect by default, and I think this is risky.
Do you want help?
I don't see any reason to say no to help.
Yeah, because I can help.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
If you don't want to burn the stress, I can help too.
Oh, I have 4. You all said you had
Okay.
6. I
Yeah.
have 4 stress, so I'm willing to spend 1 slight. Because it just
Okay.
means it's going to be easier to de-stress. Because 6 is the magic number again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll burn the 1 stress. And yeah, Hicks also gets up on the bar and pulls a pistol out and just like fires it in the air to get everyone's attention so they listen to Adric.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. So, risky, great effect,
because of your
2 bonus
ability.
dice.
Yeah.
You can make it desperate and go extreme just for that.
But the question is, how do you make that desperate?
Also, there's 1 tick left on the clock. It would literally do nothing extra in this case.
It would
In the
just get
clock.
the XP though. You make it desperate by standing on the table with the bloody knife.
Oh, well, I haven't put the blood
I
knife
think
down.
desperate would be you get in the fight and like get in every single one of the people fighting still their faces and like tell them to get out of here.
Yeah, you walk in the middle of them as you command them.
Well, we
That's
don't want
desperate command.
We don't want them
It's-
to leave. We want them to empty out their
You
pockets
tell them
and then
you tell them to stop fighting. Actually, yeah, you're right.
You gotta stand down.
But yeah, it would be doing it
Yeah.
up close instead of from a distance.
I'm gonna stick with from a distance. I want to
Okay.
stop them from getting out. Like, if the table's not close enough to the door, I'm taking a moment to drag it there. Like, they are not leaving past me. But
Okay.
let's do this. And I'm so glad for the help dice. Thank you. Apparently,
Lots
I
of
can't
four.
roll worth beans.
So, so I think that before I think all of them calm down except one person who's still like, yeah, and then they throw a bottle at you, hitting you. You take level 2 harm, and then they like stop and are like,
A bottle gets thrown at him, and he gets knocked out.
yeah, and I think he's like, why did everyone else stop fighting? And then he realizes what's going on, and it's up to you, Atrick. What do you do in response to him? Do you...
Just as a back thing, I realized with level 2 harm I had 1 less dice, which
still
doesn't
4.
Still
actually
4.
affect it.
Yeah,
It's still
that's
at
true.
4. But
yeah, we have to remember it doesn't auto-calculate that.
I love the idea of the scene of he gets a bottle thrown at him. Like, that's just a hilarious.
Okay, perfect. So you throw a bottle at him, he gets knocked out. You take level 2 harm. Do you want to resist that? Because I think you use your armor.
Yeah, my armor is gone, and no, I'm not going to resist that. 2 level 2s, it'll take the same level to heal as anything else.
True.
Well, it'll bump the level 2 to level 3.
No, you can have up to 2 level 2s at a time.
They're 2
You can?
separate level
Yep.
2s.
Yeah. You can.
Oh, I thought there was one
Though
level
I
2.
am wondering,
box.
like,
Okay.
what is the harm? Is it just like glass? In
I
the
think
arm or
the
something?
harm would be it would be
See it coming, stick it up.
Yeah, glass fragments. Like
Okay.
yeah.
Wound.
All right.
So I know what you're doing on downtime.
Lots of healing.
Healing Vice.
But that is the end of the thing. Everyone is done. Ulf Ironborn gets up, stands on the bar like you were, Zaid, and like stomps the handle of his hammer into the ground and says, "This tavern is under the control of Ulf Ironborn now. No one will ever speak poorly on Skovlanders again. You hear that?" He like is again. He's kind of speeching at the people who are still conscious of the fight.
That's a conversation the grinders can have with him. That's not our job.
Not our job. Not our job.
And we made hunting an enemy.
No, I think we just pitted them against each other now.
That's fine. I don't give a shit.
We can work with both of them, and we'll continue working with the winner. That's
how we do business, baby.
We are still a criminal organization.
One small point at the end: we are robbing all these folks, right?
Yes, and I don't think that's even a question.
Including the bar, everything
Right.
we can carry.
Yeah,
We're loading it up.
So the way a plan works is
register.
when it's an assault plan, the assault is the part that we have the scene about and usually the clock's about, and then once that's done, we figure out the rest, like the loot.
For sure, we take a keg. I'd assume we take a keg.
Yeah, and
we
anywhere
bring
near
these
an alley,
Skovlanders
we're,
back
like,
and party with them
cleaning out.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a dual-purpose party. The main purpose is they carry all of the garbage.
All right. What am I searching for? After the score. So,
Yep.
payoff. The crew earns 2 rep for a score by default. If the target of the score is higher, they take +1 tier. In this case, it was not really a faction. It's just 2 rep you guys get.
2 rep.
Yes. Leviathan Hunters were there, but it's not... It
wasn't like their place.
It was not their place. It was not their faction. If it was their faction, you guys would have a much tougher time of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because getting into fights is their thing, which means their tier 5-ness would count for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Never used my knives on them. That wouldn't have been a good call.
No. So 2 coin, or 2 rep, sorry. And then I think 6 coin between the pockets and what these guys have taken in.
Does the 6 coin include our +2 coin bonus?
It does not.
That's 8 coin.
So much money.
2 coin into the Fusewrights and 2 coin each. Sound right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to need 4 coin next time. That's not bad.
Okay.
Wait, do you want to spend? Wait. Can we just funnel? It's not worth. Is it worth it to funnel all 8 coin to tier up or no?
Well, we can't. Not until we
don't have enough rep yet to tier up.
We don't have enough
probably next job we'll get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
like 4 more rep in order to do it, I believe, right?
Well, we just got
4 coin to do it. Yeah.
4 rep, 4 coin.
Okay.
That's what we need for the next job. Which, taking on the Spirit Wardens, that would do it.
Yeah, there's enough coin in the crew right now to level up, but we need the rep.
Okay. Heat.
Yeah.
So, I think nobody died. You guys made sure nobody died. You stopped Ulfheimer from killing anyone. And I think it's 2 heat. It was just a brawl. And yeah, sure, it was a scary brawl, but it was still just a brawl.
All right, so we're up to 5 of 9 right now. One's a bear.
Okay.
And then was it +1 or +2 for the Devil's Bargains?
Those
I don't
were
remember how
added
many.
at the time.
Yeah,
One,
we put
but
that
they
in
were
there.
added already. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So what heat are you guys at?
5 of 9.
Okay. Who wants to roll for
I want
entanglements?
that down.
Well, Phoenix got us into this fucking mess.
Yeah, it's your.
All right, I'll roll it.
Roll, so you get to roll.
So you want me to roll again?
Yeah.
Yep. In this case, lower is better, so don't worry.
Because guess who we're also going to pin this on?
Reprisals are unquiet dead.
So you have a wanted level of 0, I believe. So don't you?
That's
so
correct.
roll again and choose the lower.
Oh, it's equal to wanted level. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
2.
Roll dice
2.
equal.
So, which one? You're at 4 to 5 heat, I assume.
Gang trouble or questioning? Yeah.
Gang trouble or questioning. Okay. Well, gang trouble is not an issue. So, we are going with questioning.
Grab an NPC or member of your crew again.
Yep.
NPC member of your crew,
Who
so
are
not
the
one
blue
or one of the
coats?
crew's contacts.
Yes. So in the usual suspects, you guys get to decide who you volunteer
It's questioning.
someone. In
It's
questioning,
not usually. Yeah.
yeah. In questioning, I decide who the blue coats think is most vulnerable, and then I make a fortune roll, or you guys play them off. So, who?
The only thing that happens from that is we get 2 more heat.
2 more heat.
Is the
or
worst
pay
case
2
of that.
coin.
I don't think 2 heat is worth 2 coin.
Yeah. Hopefully we can reduce heat. Getting that
Yeah.
coin is...
We have
Yeah.
downtime actions
I mean,
to reduce it right now.
I'm not hurt at all. I have 2 free downtime actions, so
Okay. I think that wouldn't. It might be Stasia.
Wait, what?
Well,
Who is Stasia
He
again?
wasn't involved at all.
that's my
not in this
apothecary.
specific one, but if they're questioning about the like members of your crew and trying to build a case against you, didn't all of you go there, or most of you at least?
Oh, is that
3
is that
of us did.
Yeah, 3 of them
That's
did.
my
I didn't go there.
apothecary.
This
Yeah.
apothecary. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not someone who is specific to this. It's the blue coats are looking for information against you in general. And Stasia, there were witnesses showing that all like 3 of you guys, or maybe all of you, I still don't remember, visiting.
I did not go there.
Okay, so 3 of
So
you
just the 3 of us.
visited that. So I think they're gonna question Stasia. They like show up at the is it something tooth? The Devil's Tooth.
Yeah, Devil's Tooth.
Yeah, they show up at the Devil's Tooth. They probably scare away a bunch of the junkies for that day, and they ask her some questions. You're gonna do a fortune roll?
I think the worst case of that fortune roll is not bad. It's 2 heat, but I think the 2 heat is not worth us paying 2 coin just to have it not happen, because we can reduce
Yeah.
heat right now.
Because Hutton is very involved, but he's not vulnerable. Stasia would be, relatively speaking.
Yeah. So I think it's just the
Wolf's
fortune
not
roll.
vulnerable. We're not particularly, but she is.
Yep. Okay. I'll make a fortune roll. Her fortune roll will be the same as her doctoring seal, which is 2 dice. She
Ooh.
does not
I think-
talk.
Yeah.
6.
Well, it says
On a 4 to 5, 1 heat. On a 1 to 3, 2 heat.
Oh.
On a
she
6,
doesn't say shit.
nothing. Yeah, no.
Nice.
There's nothing.
She is-
Loyalty to
What-
grind still there.
I hang out with awesome people. That's the moral of this story.
Yep.
They give my friends drugs.
So
They don't talk to the cops. We're
Yep.
good.
you're fine. So, like, Brian, you hear about it afterwards, but I think that... Ooh, what would she say? I think she said it in a way where, like, obviously she didn't enjoy it, but she probably got out of there earlier than normal because she probably dropped some of the Imperial, like, military names that you guys worked with, worked under when you were working together. She's like, yeah, I'll just call him up, and you want him to come down here and make you let me out? And they're like, after a while, they looked into her and like, oh no, we should let her out now. So she wasn't like beat up or anything, not really.
I think I show up like with a well, it wouldn't be flowers, a bouquet of mushrooms.
We go with weeds being the most appropriate.
I
thing,
mentioned that
or-
before, where
Yeah.
the lady laid down like it's like a bunch of dried and they're the version of flowers in Duskwall, but they're nothing like today. They're not really colorful.
They're
Not
like,
like a craft beer or some like fine crafted other
Something.
thing. Would that
No,
be
I
a-
mean,
The bar.
I don't think she does. Just she doesn't get high on her own supply. Maybe like some.
I meant like a nice
We make
wine.
like mushroom wine, yeah, something like that.
something like that.
I still like root beer.
Root beer.
don't we also? I don't think it's listed here, but like, who did we piss off?
Yes, that still happens.
Mm.
So
Yes.
in the
When doesn't
factions,
something go into stash, or am I mistaken?
that's when you level up. Something goes into
That's when you
stash.
level up.
Every time the crew advances, we should all have 2 stash right now.
Everyone should have
Yeah.
2 stash because you advanced. The crew advanced.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think can you also just put coin into stash?
Yes,
You can.
I think you could do that.
Yep.
You can
So-
put your
If we
first
run out of
never.
coin on our sheets, and because we don't have the vault, it might have to go directly to stash.
Yeah.
So
if you have more than 4 coin on your person, it has to go to stash.
Wolf Ironborn, you have a +1 with him.
Yes.
Back to cheating.
The Scoblin
I'm all-
Consulate, you now have a -2 with them.
I don't give a shit.
They basically what happens is a lot of the people who were beat up like appeal to them and like, what are you gonna say about this? A bunch of your people just came in here and started beating us and drove us out. What are you gonna do? And of course they told a very biased and very specific and twisted version of the story. But the Scoblin Consulate accepted that as truth and was like, I can't. I'm like, we apologize. The actions of these like criminals do not represent the Scotland honor and things like that, basically. So they are not happy with you. You get a +1 as well with the Scotlander refugees.
Nice. So +2 total.
Leviathan Hunters?
No,
Yeah,
Leviathan
wait.
Hunters didn't care enough.
None of them died, so we're
Minus 0.5 doesn't exist, so no.
Yeah.
Do we
Um,
do citizenry?
And then Char Hollow Citizenry, no, because they're not only Scotlanders. So
We also beat up some Char Hollow citizens that were just at trivia night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Net
how
game.
dare you?
Yeah.
What
Keep
about
it
the
even.
grinders?
The
Yeah.
Grinders weren't in. No, the Grinders
Oh, they specifically weren't
they
involved.
weren't there. No.
Hmm.
No.
Okay.
Is there anyone who might be annoyed at seeing Wolf Ironborn go up?
The grinders.
And actually, they're allies, I believe.
Oh.
They are. They're specifically allies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's. I think
that might be it.
anyone that would have an issue with you due to anything else that happened here. Nope. I think you're good. Checking
That was a
anything
clean-
else.
Clean game.
That was
Clean game.
dangerous, but you guys rolled pretty well.
Well,
You guys brought in allies.
half of us
Might be at
rolled
war with the
really
Scotland
well.
consulate. But
Yeah.
We can fix that later.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when the job is done, like back to like after the job, Ulf would pull you aside, Phoenix, and say like, that was a good fight. And he has like some like minor bruises, but he has like superficial wounds basically.
Mm-hmm.
He says,
Wasn't touched that entire fight.
Yeah. And he says, "Listen, you look like you're skilled. You look like your friends. They know how to handle themselves. There's something else. Some of the refugees, they were coming. Let me get my notes before I tell you in detail. But this isn't a short-term thing. This isn't something really at all that you have to be involved with. But he is.
He's just letting me know something.
Exactly. There we go. That's not it. That was. Here we go.
He wants to sponsor us to take down the city.
He thinks that they found one of the people responsible for the gas attack the night of the long farewell, and they think they know how to make him talk. You want? We're gonna like go have a meeting with him at his house.
I assume this is a downtime thing?
This would, yes, it would be a downtime thing. It would be helping the Scotlander refugees in a different way. Because
so it would just be my vice.
This would be, the Scotlander refugees are the main faction pursuing this specific goal. So you would be helping them. The plan is basically kidnap this guy from his house, probably in like, where would it be? Probably Brightstone. Like he's
Brightstone?
It might be Brightstone, and like bring him to Char Hollow and have him confess publicly. to his crimes.
I'm so down for that, especially if it's my vice. No idea how down for that I am.
Okay.
Yeah, if we can indulge Vice doing that, I'll go too. Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, they ask for your help with that. I don't. Yeah, you don't even have to take the planning. Like you're there, you're helping it, but they are handling it.
Yeah, it's like it's their thing. I'm just there for backup.
Exactly.
And I would bring Grind because Grind's a good man.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. That's I have to indulge my vice anyway. I'm doing that.
Perfect. Then yeah. Well, let's go to downtime and see what happens. I'll roll the rolls for how they do when you do downtime.
Do we want to open with that?
That's up to you. Oh, there's an ending scene to this. As you guys are leaving, if you had a party like a non-violent one after, that's up to you. As you guys,
It wouldn't be at the bar. It would
Okay.
be at a second place because we trashed this place. We don't want a party here.
yeah.
Can
After,
we reduce by partying at that place and just say, man, it was just a rager of a party, dude?
yeah, that's perfect. That could work if you want to do that as downtime action. After you guys have all left, you see Hutton is speaking with the Skovlander like refugees, the ones who helped you, and he's checking in with them. And I think as we see them unmask and talk about things, one of them is Adric's sister. She was there, and that's why she knows his business. Yep.
Well, that's quite a
so
phone call. Yep.
Yep. No, she was there. She was involved in the fight. She has like a like Leviathan Hunter. She kept it covered, but she has a Leviathan Hunter tattoo on her like left dominant upper arm as well. I actually wrote that down what it says. I just want to describe it because it's awesome.
It's got to be so metal.
Oh, it's very. She has a tattoo of like a representation of a Leviathan, like a monstrous tentacled being, getting impaled on a spear which bears like Skovlandic words on the spear, which says "Look not away from the abyss."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Metal AF.
So there's I know what the full phrase is, but that's for future people to find. But yeah, no, she is tough as nails, and so she was there. She has her own stuff going on. Yeah, and now she knows about Adric, and she tells Hutton. I think she just is like during the downtime, she just looks troubled, and Hutton. She basically tells Hutton that she's like distracted and she's probably going to take off early relative to the others. Okay. Who wants to do what with downtime? So, the job? Vice?
Yeah. I'll do my vice. I'll bring Grind along because Grind probably would have heard about it also from the grinders.
Yeah, if you want to. Yep. You guys both help out. Okay. Roll for Vice, and I will roll for their faction.
I thought there was an... Oh, there it is.
5.
5.
All right.
Nice. How do you get bonus dice on Vice Indulgence?
You bring friends with you. So, in this case, if you guys aren't... You guys are both doing it together, both making the roll.
Yeah, I think individual's fine, but I just wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing it with your contacts again. So I could see like you doing this.
What contact of mine would it be?
I don't think there's a better way to get extra dice. I don't think there is a way to get extra dice.
Well, with any downtime action, whenever you bring a friend or a contact, you get an extra dice. That includes.
Do crewmates count as friends?
Yes.
I mean, we.
Oh.
I could see it if you guys just want to each roll an extra die. Between that and doing it with the Skovlander refugees, of which like Hutton is a member.
Just see if we get a 6.
Yeah, it just says straight up, there's no cost. Add plus 1d to the roll from a friend or contact.
Yep.
And you brought a friend.
Yeah.
Brought each other.
Mine's still 5.
See if I get a 6. Nope.
Okay,
still a 5.
Okay. So yeah, they let me double check their clock.
Would we give them a bonus to their roll?
No. You're participating in it, but giving them a bonus to it would actually be more than just
like a job.
Advice.
Okay.
Yeah. A job or even just like a roll to give them. All right, they actually filled up. So they have finished the clock. Find proof of the Empire's hand in the Night of the Long Farewells. So they bring this guy back, and he just starts like he does. They bring him in front of a crowd of Scovlanders, and he, guilt-ridden, bruised, and somewhat beaten already, starts like confessing about how he was one of the agents ordered to lace some of the like trash disposal cans and trash cans and the grass and areas with a chemical that he was given. He doesn't know what it was, but he works for the Empire. Like it's not everything. He doesn't know everything, but he gives them he confirms the Empire was behind this. Whatever they did, the Empire was behind it. Everyone is enraged, and you're witnessing what might be the spark in like
revolution.
Yeah, they have found evidence of it,
or a quick and unsuccessful bloody coup.
It depends how it goes. They what do they do with this? I think they are angry enough that they might just execute him for his crimes, like publicly. Yeah.
See ya. Okay. Bye. I don't stop him.
Okay. So I think Hutton would probably do it himself with his axe. He'd probably just like French Revolution him, and off with his.
And head. Then, yeah, the Phoenix comes down, and Marx is like, "We're good here, boys. So no crows come."
Nice. The Phoenix has like said this is a just killing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's after he's given up all the information he has.
Ghosts from these bodies that are not being collected.
Yeah.
I assume if they were like planning on executing this dude, they figured out the way to do it, right?
Yeah, there's a boat that's going to the like area outside the city anyway. They're just gonna dump it.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. I don't think they'd even hide it. Like, it is a public in the middle of a square. Everyone in like Char Hollow is invited. Come see the crimes of the Empire. It's gonna start blasting on the newspapers soon, on the articles soon. Like this, the funny part is there are lots of witnesses, but the guy isn't alive anymore. So it starts strong, and they have to keep going with the momentum, or it'll die out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the front lines of tomorrow's newspaper. Will be like public execution over Night of the Long Farewell. All witnesses say confessed to Empire crimes. Just all of that. So that's a thing.
I think during the execution, as like the axe comes down, Brian's like standing sort of out of the crowd underneath an awning, like some building nearby, and he just says, "I hope that's a start. I hope you feel better."
Are we together? Or
talking to potentially himself, but expecting a ghost to show up.
Yeah, no, she would. If like this is not something. This is like they got him, and then they put the word out to like, hey, we got him this like last night. Tonight we're gonna execute him and have him publicly confess. So yeah, she totally show up. And
it doesn't need to be a scene. It just
yeah,
that thing.
And I don't think she says anything, but you get just a flash of like a quick chill wind comes over you, like she's watching. That's it. Yep. Okay. Next downtime, Adric and Hicks. You guys have not gone yet.
Yeah, I have like a 2-part downtime action.
Okay.
Same like scene, but then 2 downtime actions involved with it.
Yep. What's up?
All right, so yeah, I wanted to go to this warehouse that we're hitting.
Oh, okay. The one in the docks.
Yes. I wanted to dress up as a member of the Foundation, so I get big gawky metal, like my big gawky like steel ring with the Foundation logo on. I put my like nice gray suit on, or whatever the Foundation wears, and the attempt is to use my fine Foundation cover identity to do a building inspection upon the warehouse we're hitting.
Okay, cool.
With the explicit goal of like disabling their with doing primarily doing a setup for the job that keeps their like alarms, either disabling their alarm system in some way, so like making it softening the target to some degree.
Okay.
So either there's not going to be alarms, the locks don't work right, something to that regard, that it makes our entry later much easier.
Best thing that you could do in that case, it could be acquire asset.
I was thinking some sort of acquire asset.
Yeah.
Like easy entrance or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, the asset could just be access. Okay. Like I think you do. You dress up as a Foundation inspector. Let's have that roll and see how well you're able to get it.
I have a fine cover identity.
Yeah. Is there a roll for downtime actions? Yeah.
Yes. For
It's
acquire asset,
roll
roll the cruise tier to acquire for the quality of the asset. If you want to do more than just acquire an asset, which would be effectively helping, it would be a +1 die in engagement roll, basically. Then I think that wouldn't be a downtime action. That might be just be free play afterward, the downtime, to like do a bit more risky but potentially valuable things. So that's up to you.
So I can't. What counts as acquire asset? It's temporary use of an asset.
Yes.
Sort of thing.
In this case, the asset I think would be like I won't tell you what they are depending on how the roll is, but it would be access. It would be like extra access into the It wouldn't be full access, but the higher the quality, the better access you would have to the building before any of the like defenses or people start getting suspicious or alarmed.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so I want to acquire asset to like the asset being an entrance into the building, a way in.
Okay.
The asset's an entry point.
Okay, cool. Then let's make that roll. So roll 2 dice, take the lowest, but then you can use spend coin to up the result.
Can you do any like devil's bargains or anything with this?
Yeah, you can do devil's bargains. I think my devil's bargain is a -1 of the Foundation. They do not like people dressing up as them.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna roll 0 dice.
Okay, that's fine.
Boopity boop. No notes.
A 1.
Ooh.
Yep.
So that is tier -1. In this case, without spending coin, I think that's just you don't get it if it's because there is no tier -1.
You're right. So there is no easy entrance.
There is no easy entrance. Yeah. So I think as you're scouting out, you see. I'll give you a bit of information.
I'm going to continue to study this area. So
okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay, then I'll just say there is no easy entrance that you can see that you can just get access to it.
The follow-up thing I wanted to do while I'm in this heavily secure Spirit Warden building is I want to continue my long-term project to get secret tunnels.
Okay.
While I already broke in, I would like to continue my secret tunnel research.
How are you continuing? Because I believe the secret. Let me check what the secret tunnels asset does.
I'm trying to find it also.
It's the engagement roll one.
Okay, but it gives you bonus for engagement roll. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that. I don't know if this would actually be on site. It would very be related, but it might be like looking at blueprints for the place or something like that.
Oh, it's looking through the stuff the Spirit Wardens have stashed here.
You do not have access to the stuff they've stashed here just from entering.
Well, that's a good point. That's fair. I feel like what about just searching the building.
I mean, you can still totally do it. Yeah, you can search the building. You can find other ways in. Like, that's totally fine. I think this is just actional, depending on what you're doing, right?
Yeah, it's working on a long-term project. I already have a clock started. It is it's on my character sheet. It's an 8-segment clock, and I have 2 of them ticked.
Okay. Are you surveying, looking for something hidden, or are you studying what you already see?
I'm surveying.
Okay. My devil's bargain for you. You're not going to take the -1 with the foundation. Do we want another heat?
Good time to start a war.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. I'm rolling to add to my. This is a safe action.
Okay. Cool. Let's do it. Secret tunnel.
So I don't need position. Doesn't matter. It's just working on a long-term project.
It does not matter for long-term projects. The roll effects is the effect.
Secret tunnels.
Secret tunnels. You get 3. Does that finish the clock?
I don't know how many boxes that is. How many boxes is 6?
3,
That's 3.
3. A 6 is 3 ticks on the clock.
There's 3 ticks left.
Nice.
You find the secret tunnel.
Secret tunnels.
What does that do?
I think it's +1 to stealth engagement rolls.
Oh, okay. That's in the shadows, right?
Yeah.
It's secret pathways. So you just call them tunnels.
So add it to your crew sheet. You guys now have the secret pathways. Was it an upgrade or was it
3 left? I have 3 left.
Oh, I thought it was 3 before. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so yeah, you find some more hints of those.
I think I find some, but I just don't know where they go. Like it's putting the whole
you need to
network
follow them.
together. You have to have all of it, or they're
maybe
useless.
That's how maybe they put stuff here and they smuggle them elsewhere. If the spirit wardens are using them too, it's like there's a lot of questions.
So many questions. I want them. I want the tunnels.
Excellent.
That would be like our way in would be through the secret tunnel to steal the thing. And then
no, I explicitly did not get us a way in.
Yeah. If we found secret tunnels, though.
Yeah, I don't know where they lead.
Yeah, or how to get into them.
I found where they let out into the building. I don't know where they come from.
Adric, what are you doing?
So I have an explicit interest. That's not the right word. Whatever. In putting off healing rolls until next session when I've leveled up and buffed my healing rolls.
We have 6 minutes left. That is viable.
And the indulge vice which I have is also going to take longer than 4 minutes.
That's true. Do you want to just hold off then?
No, I'd just hold off and do XP if you guys are all right with it.
Is there anything else that people want to do for downtime before we end the session then?
Mine was
I was going to consort and reduce heat. That was mine.
Okay. Who do you consort with?
Either there's not an added bonus for using roll and watt over the LaRose contact, is there?
Not over, no. They both have the same bonus.
And then probably just LaRose so we don't keep banging on the same door.
Okay.
Talk to him, be like, look, shift the blame to somebody else.
All right, yeah, no, he'll do that. He'll probably put it all on Ulf Ironborn, especially with the stuff going on with the Skovlanders, and that you guys are not, you guys individually do work in Char Hollow, but you're not based there. You do a lot of work in Crow's Foot. Like he says that's easy. They're focusing more on. So
okay, so that gives me a bonus die because I'm working with him. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. It does.
Okay. Awesome.
That's a crit.
Ooh.
How much heat is it? Let me check.
I think it's 5.
Be all of it.
Get rid of all of it.
After the mission, reduce heat. Crit 5. So if you had 5, you
0 heat.
Nice.
Damn.
We're so good at being criminals.
And then mine was just long-term project for locate the killer, and then if there's a scene with that, we can just do it next time.
Yep.
So thing next time at this point. If it's a long-term project thing, or did you not have a scene?
I'd say
I don't have a scene in mind. I would just roll to see if I complete the clock, and then we could do the scene next time.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
just,
fair.
Just prowl around and follow that chick that I saw before.
Okay. Then roll prowl to find information for long-term project.
Risky standard. 4, which I think would fill it up because it's 4 o'clock, right?
4 is.
I have 2 in it already.
4 is 2 ticks. Nice.
Fills in the clock.
All right.
I've located the killer.
Yes. Yeah, well, locate the killer wasn't correct. Or well, you know who the killer is, but you're not physically there with them. I guess is the right way.
Okay. Yeah, like
Identify the killer.
Yes.
I know who killed him, so I could just point the ghost in the direction.
Yes.
Right? Is that what the ghost wanted? I thought that's what the ghost wanted.
That is what the ghost wants to know who killed them.
Yeah.
So I guess the scene would be then telling the ghost.
The scene's telling the ghost.
No, here. Well, I will start. Well, let's end the session with me setting up next session's first scene.
Okay.
The session will be the woman that you're following. You know, like as you're following her, someone else tries to kill her. Someone else like ambushes her with probably a knife. She pulls a gun, like as you're getting closer, and maybe you're trying to save her. She pulls a gun on them and shoots that person like right there, the woman, and then you overhear her basically. I think she just says like, "Tell Lissa that was for Rorik." Spits on his body and just keeps walking.
Cool.
So Lissa is the killer. Rorik, previous leader of the Crows, is the ghost.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So you have a very important ghost waiting for an answer. And let's end the session there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. XP.
I'll also type down we need Adric's 2 scenes.
Adric has 2 downtime actions to go.
Yeah, and we're still gonna do I'm gonna spend Koi to do another downtime action, but we'll do that next time.
Yep. You guys can do that as well. Okay. So let's do crew first, I think, because that's usually quicker.
Yep.
At the end of each session for crew, do you acquire product supply, execute clandestine or covert sales, or secure new territory? I don't think so, actually.
No,
not for us.
Coin, but not supply or product.
The territory was.
Yeah,
it was for not us. So if we get XP for doing that, I don't know.
Yep.
I don't think so.
No, it doesn't. Okay. That's right. It doesn't. You don't.
That's fair.
Did you contend with challenges above your current situation?
Yes.
I would say yes, because the Leviathan Hunters were
Grinders, Leviathan Hunters, Ulf Ironborn, all bigger than us. Spirit Wardens, bigger than us. Those are all.
Yeah, okay.
So that's
2 XP.
I think that's a 2.
I would say it's not seriously contend with, but you did contend with them socially.
Yeah, we touched upon a bunch. I think we at least get 1 for that.
It's up to you
I would
guys.
say. I would think 2, because even though Ulf and the Grinders weren't like combative with us, we still had to go like, "Hey, Ulf, don't kill anyone,
You have to basically
please."
wrangle both of them into doing what you wanted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that works. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. I would say Driven works the most here.
Yeah, I don't think we take explosive, but we definitely bolster our reputation. We did the job. We said we're gonna do it. We were asked. We answered. Job done. Like it was.
Yeah.
Boom, boom,
we specifically were not explosive in this instance.
Mm-hmm.
If we keep doing more things that are as brutal as this, we might get a new reputation. But I would first time.
Yeah,
and also it wasn't actually that brutal. It was brutal, but it wasn't bloody.
It was an assault. It wasn't a murder.
Yes.
And this might be the beginning. I don't think we've done it yet, but it might be the beginning of Skovlander's first reputation or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes afterwards. Okay.
So that's just 1 for that?
I'd say just 1 makes sense to me.
1 for the rep.
Okay.
Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
Yes.
I think 2 for that, because the
the
socialism angle alone.
Socialism, Skovlander.
Don't kill anyone. Don't
that's what I was going to say.
Factions
my big
off.
thing.
Don't anger factions is a big thing.
My big thing was the don't kill anyone when we do this. The point's not to cause terror. The point is to hit them where it hurts and move on.
Get them off your lawn.
Yeah.
All right, we are halfway to the next crew advance.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
I am happy with that.
All right.
Okay.
So next, who wants
We
to
should
go?
start getting turf.
We should.
It'll help long term greatly.
Yeah.
Who wants to go next for individual XP?
I can, I guess. address a challenge with technical skill or mayhem. I'm thinking 2 there. That's technical skill and mayhem both came in.
Oh yeah.
Were there 2 challenges addressed? I'm thinking of the float oil one.
Table
is one.
and then
locking the door.
Locking the door was not like a roll or a challenge, though. Was my thing. At the time you just did it, and then you moved on to the thing you were actually rolling on.
I could argue mayhem for bringing in more people to this bar fight with the flashback.
That's fair. Ultimately, it's Zen's decision.
It fits so well with both mayhem and technical expertise that I'd give it to.
I'd say my gut feeling 1, but that's once again it's your call on it. Because you pick.
I don't know if the Skovlander reinforcements added to the mayhem necessarily.
Okay, I'll just call it 1. That's fine.
Okay.
Express your I can't talk. Expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.
That's a double dose.
At least one for that.
Yeah.
And struggled with issues from your vice or traumas. From this point, is the wife
That's a good question.
Still a vice issue? Because she came from a vice issue, but I don't know if she's still.
I don't think she is, unless you want to change your vice. I think the vice is your obligation to the Skovlanders, right?
Yeah.
So, are there any? Have you struggled with issues due to your obligation with it?
I think tangentially, like we wouldn't have gone to Hutton if that wasn't my vice.
Yeah, you wouldn't have gone to Hutton.
Yeah, we would have got the muscle elsewhere.
Yeah.
Even the stuff with like you witnessed someone who was involved in the night of the long farewell.
That too.
That's a whole like, could that one day be you if they find out about you?
Yeah, I think that's probably at the forefront of Grind's mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he went.
Yeah.
See how they dealt with him? Is that 1 or 2?
I see.
I want to say
ways,
2 for that because of the severity of the situation, right? Like that's a huge impact.
Yeah.
They just take these people and murder them in the street.
Yeah, they see this person as like a massacre, like a horrible monster, so they just killed him for public justice.
Oh, and I can put these anywhere, yeah?
Yes, you can put those anywhere. So if you want to finish off your stats, XP, you can stick them
that's what I'm
there.
going to do. Get me a point of sway.
Nice.
All right, that's me.
Okay. Who's next?
I could go because some of my stuff is like tangentially related.
Okay.
Address the challenge of tracking or violence. At least 1 for bottle throwing mayhem. Right?
Yeah.
Just chucking bottles at people. I don't know if. I mean, I technically tracked the lady to find the ghost killer.
That is,
but that was at like the very, very
long
end.
Term is still a challenge. You spent a thing on it. That's
okay.
Fine.
So then 2 for that. I'm actually gonna put that in my resolve. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I think double dose. The belief that we all need to work together, and then like show like literally I offered up like, hey, I was in the military, which started a clock.
Yeah, that's true. And also you mentioned like we didn't see the stream lost it, but the Ulf Ironborn scene at the beginning, everything.
Yeah, that's true.
And the pro Skovland thing as a job.
Yeah.
That works.
So I'll put 1 in resolve, which will bump me up. I'll do that later. And then I guess I'll put the other one in my playbook for now, but I might move that later. Struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session. I think part of the reason why, I don't know if it's double dipping or not. Part of the reason why he was so keen on like, let's do this like bar job is because of that trauma of like, oh, this is someone I didn't save. These are people that I won't be able to save if we don't do this job.
That makes sense.
And I think,
and also
like,
with Kellen,
also preventing the killing. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then
Kellen lived, and he just lost his bar. He's like, but that was my family's bar for generations.
No, it's our bar now. I don't know if that's 1 or 2 though.
I could see both. It came up literally twice.
I'd probably go for 1 just because it didn't explicitly come up as much, but
Yeah.
It wasn't explicitly about your vice or trauma, so I'd argue 1.
Yeah. I'll do 1 then. I'll put it in playbook until I figure out a place to put it, and then that's it.
Cool.
Okay. Hicks, do you want to go next?
All right. So I addressed. My questions are: you addressed a challenge with rhetoric or destruction. Definitely at least one of those.
I think you did 2 of those.
Oh yeah,
You did 2 of those. You did the second one with Ulf.
Yeah.
Rhetoric.
Yep. Putting a point in playbook, a point in prowess. So
Well,
my Rex
rhetoric for Ulf, and then destruction for the door.
door. I ended the door.
The bane of all
Really
adventurers. A door.
So yeah, that pumps. I'll figure out do that later. But I think my Rex going to go up. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? Honestly, background. My stupid secret door project is a dumb academic curiosity. It doesn't help us at all. We are not sneak thieves. We do not skulk through the city. Never once have we considered crawling through the sewers. Yet, every spare chance I get, are there tunnels?
that is fair. Also, Is this the first? This is not the first time you disguised yourself as someone, is it?
No,
is
it's not.
Also a thing
I like dressing up and pretending to be someone and walking around by myself with no one knowing who I am.
I can also see
it's an academic curiosity.
Also, literally in the meeting with a mob boss, you raised your hand to be called upon.
Yeah, he literally had to say this isn't a classroom.
I think that's 2.
All right, I'll take 2.
nice.
Oh.
And did you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma?
No, I have never once struggled with issues from my vice, which is totally under control.
I can quit anytime I want, Mom.
Like, the 1 coin I'm about to spend totally isn't to go on a bender at a bar. Like, it's not to go get hammered. That's not what I'm going to spend the next coin to do.
Once it's downtime is meant to take an ambiguous amount of time, so you could go back to Ulf's bar once it's cleaned up and try the beer.
No, I'm probably going to go. I want to go to the vice action I want to do is clear vice, but I want to go. We haven't actually been to my vice prepare yet. So I want to go to just for character reasons to start hooking in things that are on my character sheet, so I have issues from my vice to struggle with, which I can't do if I don't go to my regular bar.
That's fair. Okay.
But yeah.
All right.
So I get 2 advances. Actually, I'm gonna get bonus rec. So now I'm at 3 rec, meaning we need prowess before I get destroy even better. But not prowess. What is the
mastery? I believe.
Yeah, I need mastery before I can get better at destroying. But currently, I'm as good as I technically can be at wrecking. And nice. I'm not sure if I'm gonna take infiltrator or pyromancer. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right. So for me, my first one is you addressed a challenge with violence or coercion, and I think I might have gotten 2 in that, which will give me my playbook advancement so I can get my healing thing from Vigorous. Whee! And I'm just going to put extra 1 in the playbook for right now. It might move around a little bit. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. And I would argue yes on that one.
We had stuff both with the "you know who I am" line, and we had stuff with the guy who knew who you were in the bar.
And the sister being there at the bar.
The sister was her expressing it, but yes, still.
Yeah. You explicitly tried to use information you would have only got through your sister to find out which Leviathan hunter to beat up. So
also, I think Adric is a thing with hamstrings.
Yeah.
It's the
I'm beginning
easiest
to
way to
sense a
kill
trend.
people and have them stop moving.
Yep.
Okay.
I
Nope,
think
you're
that's
right.
a twofer.
As for you struggled with issues from my Vice and Trauma, my Vice will come up next session, but I can't do anything with it now. As for Trauma and Paranoid, I debated it. The only thing I could really argue is why on earth are you wearing heavy armor? But I really see it strongly here.
Heavy armor does make sense. I don't see anything here because you're going into a fight. If there's ever a time.
Yeah.
Exactly, and it never needed the flashbacks I had prepared for if I needed that. So I'd say nothing there yet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Then I think that's everyone. Thank you for watching episode 3 of the Fusewrights Union. We've already
Now
had a
with
lot
sound.
happen. Now with full
Now with audio.
volume sound that is not mute. I checked, triple checked. We'll be back next week, I believe, and we will be back to normal, hopefully non-technical difficulties. So we'll see you then.
Yep.
Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.